Good morning, Judy.
Good morning, Lisa. Today
You
is
just call
the
me Wisa.
Wisa. I always called you Lisa. And Sandy, I says, I don't know why you talk baby talk all the time. And I don't think I do it all the time, just
No,
once in a
no,
while.
you just did just now. I was like, did I hear you right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's like the little girl who used to say, Judy, can I use your lipstick? I always loved that. I thought it was so cute. That was before COVID. I used to let her.
That's a good story. Yes. Okay, but that's not what we're talking about today. Since we have
No.
limited amount of time here,
Okay.
let's get focused on what we should be talking about, which is choose. Choose
Choose,
is
not
our word
shoes,
for
but
today.
choose. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
as
that's
in CH.
CH. It's a pretty big word when you really think about where it leads us in these lives of ours. So,
It made me think of what we are just talking about before we started working on not this podcast, but this session. We were talking about how, circumstances can, we can sometimes look forward to circumstances, but no matter what the circumstance is, the thing we do have control over is we can choose how to think about whatever circumstance we may find ourselves in.
mhm. I have something that I have a deep born belief in about choose, and I'm going to write about it. So I'm not going to talk about it right now.
Oh, you're so mean.
Yeah, you'll find out the second part.
Okay, so you're ready to
Okay.
go right away,
I
huh?
ready to go right away. Are you ready to
Okay,
go?
Jeepers, I am. Choose.
Okay.
Ready. On your marks.
Get
Get
set.
set. Go.
Start.
Wow. This one hit home.
It does, doesn't it?
Wow. Yes.
Go for it, Lisa. I want to hear it.
I started out talking about being a life coach and being trained to help people move through challenges and towards goals using their brain, not being
Mhm,
based on their circumstances.
mhm.
And then I thought about, back in the day, back when I was 19 or 20 years old, I was asked to choose what were my goals and plans for the next 5, 10, 20 years. That was when I was involved in that church. And I
Mhm.
knew what the right answer was. And that's what I said. That what fell into the teaching and preaching was the easy way. And I let myself fall into that trap.
Mhm.
And then I got into a relationship where being a teacher for 30 years. Now, there was a one time when I jumped ship. Um,
That was
and
fun. You jumped ship with me.
that was awesome.
Mm.
And now I'm once again in a place where I'm finding it easier to, in one particular area of my life, to choose the area or make the choice that pleases other people rather than goes on an untested limb to go with what I know should be happening. You know what I'm saying?
I do, which is scary because that was a little bit hard to understand. But yeah, I do.
I was trying to condense 30 years into 5 minutes.
Exactly. Exactly. You know,
Whoa.
and what you're saying is so true. Is, who do we have to blame if we've made unhappy choices?
The buck stops
Ourselves. It's
here.
ourselves, so often when I get into discussions, they sometimes start casually and then they grow a little bit. I have a play person here too. Um, and they say, "Oh, but I just want to be happy. Why can't I just be happy?" And you know what I say, which is really obnoxious. You can.
Mhm,
You
mhm,
can choose to be happy anytime, any place,
mhm, mhm,
anywhere. And
mhm.
they say, "Oh, how can you say that? With this is going on and that's going on, and I had to file bankruptcy and we lost the house." And yeah, you can still be happy. That doesn't change that those things are happening, but it might change the way you feel about them and what you choose to do about them. And the reality of it is that being happy is a choice we can make at any time. Now that
Mm.
sounds even to me a little Pollyanna,
Little
you know.
woo-woo.
Yeah, ooh, is that absolutely right. But
Mhm.
I was excited to see this word come up today because a few days ago I was admittedly in a sad place. I was just feeling
Mhm.
sad. I won't say I was unhappy because I'd have to bite my tongue if I said that. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to have things that put you into a thoughtful place or a sad place or
But you
a
can also choose to spend time with difficult emotions instead of pushing them under the rug or, you
Mhm,
know, you know, trying to get away from them using a substance like
mhm,
alcohol or binging Netflix or,
mhm.
things like that. There are things that you can choose to deal with difficult emotions in ways that are negative.
Negative or less than productive or,
Yeah. I think sometimes
whatever.
sad happens and unhappy happens. I think unhappy happens because of maybe something big that's happened. And
Mhm.
it's okay to sometimes sit with the feelings. You can choose to say, tonight I'm just going to feel rotten about this and I'm just going to be rotten.
Well, and sometimes people will say, "Oh, come on, this and that. You can't be feeling that way and whatever," and they chirp at you. There's a book
Mm,
written about this called chirping, and it
mm,
is so obnoxious about how people do that to other people instead of encouraging them to experience their feelings where they are.
mhm.
Exactly what you
Yeah,
just said.
that's
And
what I meant.
that's not wrong.
Mhm.
However, there is also a need for the recognition that if they want to feel better or they want to feel happier, they also can choose.
That's an option that's open to them.
Yeah,
That's an
exactly.
alternative that they can access.
Exactly. And just about I've said this before on some of our podcasts, but I can remember when Matt was probably 15 and we were talking about good choices and bad choices, and I opened up the newspaper one day, the Beaver Dam Citizen, and I said, "Now just look at this page." And on this page there was an article about this young woman who saved her younger brother's life. And then there was another article about this person that received a fabulous scholarship to Ripon College. And then there was another article about this man that had been arrested for what do they call it? Inappropriate for he was a flasher. I can't think what they call that, sexual something or another. And there was this other person had been arrested for their fifth DUI or OWI or whatever we call them here. And I said to Matthew, isn't it interesting that you can look at this page and in just a very quick few moments, you can see how different these people's lives are because of a choice they made.
Hmm.
So early on in life, it's important to choose. Do you want to I used to love to use my Star Wars analogies. Do you want to stay with the Force or do you want to go to the dark side? You can do either.
Mhm.
They're both choices. And he was kind of young, but I think he kind of got it, and I think that is something that for some reason that came to me as like an aha moment. And it really stuck that, if I want to feel lousy and down on myself and all that, have a pity party,
Make that
sometimes I
choice.
can, yeah, I
Mhm.
choose for 5 minutes. I'm just going to bash myself and then I'm going to get done with that and I'm going to choose to feel better.
There you go. Okay. Well, Judy, we are wrapping things up quickly here. We have one more challenge day in
Oh,
our 30-day
this
journaling
30 days
journey.
kind of went fast. It
I know,
did.
I know. I felt the same way.
We
Yeah.
did a lot of writing, but it went fast. It was fun. Did you have fun?
So I did. I did. So tomorrow is going to be a little bit different. We are
Okay.
going to open it up. We're going to start out with our word, which is celebration. and we're just going to leave the recorder on, and we're just going to, most of our session is just going to be you and me writing.
Okay,
Okay.
I can do that.
Yeah.
See
Because
you
this is
tomorrow.
awesome, and I'm looking forward to it. Wrapping things up.
I don't want it to be over. It's like when you get to the end of a really good book, then what are you going to read tomorrow, you know?
Well, next year we'll do another 30-day journaling journey, I hope, and pick up where we left off.
I love it. Great
Okay.
idea. See you tomorrow.
Okay,
The
bye-bye.
last day I have to set my alarm for early. Yay. Bye.
Bye.